everyone. As many of you know, my name is Mike Johnson, and I'm a sophomore at Georgetown High School. First, I just want to start off by thanking everyone who's been there for me, whether through prayers, encouragement, visits, or even just a simple text. I truly wouldn't be here. I truly wouldn't be where I am today without the support of the people God placed in my life, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Many of you know that on September 5th, I experienced the worst injury I've ever had. I was rolling out of the pocket, trying to get to the sideline, and as I was getting tackled, I heard the worst sound I've ever heard. I knew something was really wrong. I laid on the ground with all of my coaches surrounding me, so many emotions and thoughts rolling through my mind. I knew my season was over, and I wouldn't be able to play with my teammates again this year. All of the thoughts were getting really hard, but the pastors that were on the sidelines started praying for me immediately. I heard them praying, and all of a sudden I felt calmness. That's when I realized I have to stay strong for the fans, for my teammates and coaches, and especially my family. I knew God was there with me and that everything was going to be okay. But for anyone who really knows me, you know that sports have always been a huge part of my identity, right next to my faith in the Lord. So suddenly not being able to play, move, or even get out of the house was more than just a physical struggle. I felt like I lost a piece of who I was. I went from being active every day to being homebound, not seeing my friends, not being on the field, and feeling like everything I loved had been taken away all at once. And just when I thought the situation couldn't get any harder. A few months later, the news nobody ever wants to hear, my grandpa had passed away. It felt like everything hit all at once. The physical pain, the emotional pain, the loneliness, the questions, the why now God moments. But through it all, one verse kept coming back to me. John 13:7. Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." That verse became very real to me, because the truth is we don't always know what God is doing in our lives. We don't always understand the why behind the pain, the delay, the loss, or the silence. But God never promised we'd understand everything. He promised He'd never leave us. This season has taught me to stay humble, because you never know when you'll take your last snap or at bat or shot. You never know when it's going to be your last day. So always give it 110%. Treat everything like it's your last. This season also taught me to trust God's plan even when it doesn't look like my plan. And to remember that every closed door and painful moment is still part of something God is working out for good. No matter what life throws at you, if you stay close to Him, He'll use it. Even when I felt alone, God kept reminding me that He's the best friend I'll ever have, and He can be the same for you. When people can't show up, He still does. When your identity feels shaken, He reminds you who you really are. When loss hits, He holds you through it. I'm still healing, still learning, still growing, but I know now more than ever, God wastes nothing. And just like He's been faithful to me, He'll be faithful to you. I want to leave you with this. No matter the test, there's always testimony waiting to be told. Thank you.
Our next student testimony is GHS student Paisley Johnson.
Hey guys, welcome to Fields of Faith. My name is Paisley. I'm 14 years old. I'm a freshman here at Georgetown High School, and I'm going to be sharing with you my testimony. For those of you who know me, know that the past year has been very challenging for me. This all starts back in March of this year. I was at school playing in a basketball game, having so much fun, not knowing that the next few minutes would change my life completely. I remember running on the court and feeling very off, but if you know me, you know that giving up doesn't exist to me. I remember then collapsing on the floor and then being woken up by the paramedics being rushed to the hospital. That day was the start to a very long journey of dealing with an undiagnosed health condition. I'll never forget the long, many hours spent in the ER, days at the hospital, The endless amounts of doctor's appointments, the many ambulance rides, the countless days spent on what was wrong with me, in and out of consciousness, the wondering why it would get to the point I couldn't control my own body, wondering why I was laid on the floor having to fight this, but also not knowing that this big battle would soon become my biggest blessing. So after 8 long months, fighting with my health, over 30 different episodes, many doctor's visits, and many more, and much more, I can stand here and say I'm now going on 3 months symptom-free. But if you think I'm done, I'm just really getting started. So now we're going to turn just a bit and speak about the one thing I've always thought wasn't real. And that's the mental side of it all. I'll never forget the long dark nights I spent up staring at the ceiling thinking to myself it was all over. During this time I had become so sad and pushed everyone away, leading to me losing some of my best people and eventually myself. I remember the crying till I couldn't anymore. I remember the purposely starving myself. I remember the self-harm. I remember telling myself that I was done and had to give up. I remember just being so empty and out of it that there were days I didn't even know what to do with myself. To say I was done is an understatement, and I mean it. But I'll never forget this past summer I got invited to sing at a youth meeting. So I went and we sang, and it was getting closer to the end, and the pastor gave an altar call. And the song that was chosen for us to sing was called At the Altar. And as I was singing the song, the lyrics just kept flooding my heart, and finally made me realize what the song was really about. That song speaks on taking every pain, every bit of fear, anxiety, depression, and leaving it all at the feet of Jesus. And so that night I hit my knees and decided that it was time. I decided that I was done. That night I laid every hurt, every sorrow, every pain, every bit of self-harm, thoughts of suicide, every bit of anxiety, depression, and every lie of the devil, and I laid it all down at the feet of Jesus. It have never been the same since. And to anyone here who is struggling, please don't be scared to find someone to talk to. And always remember it's okay to not be okay. There's going to be someone in your life who will be there for you no matter the situation, because trust me, I was there in that place where I thought I had no one. I felt so alone and thought no one would care how I felt. But I was so wrong, and it made me blind to realize that I had the best people around me who would be there and help me and love me no matter the situation. I always had someone who cared, who loved me, and who wanted to see me better, and who always loved me for me, and who was willing to do whatever it took just to make me the better version of myself. I just had to accept the fact that not only did I need to be better for myself, but for other people around me. So please, don't ever fight alone. Please reach out, because I promise you are loved and means so much more than the battle you are facing right now. And always remember, you are here on purpose, for a purpose. So no matter what you're going through, let my story be your reminder that you can hit rock bottom and think you can't go anymore. But Jesus will meet you right where you are and save you just like he did me.